Thank you for joining us. I'm Monica from Schola, and I'm joined here by Brandon Corley, Academic Director from South Bronx Community Charter High School. Brandon, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And can you tell us about the mission here at the school?
Yes. South Bronx Community Charter High School is in place to help students be prepared for college and career success. We want to ensure that our young people not just get information that they need in order to succeed in post-secondary settings, but also have strong skills and are able to articulate how to use those skills moving forward.
And we saw walking through the school that there's also a networking event that students can attend, and I'm sure that also prepares them for life after high school and getting into college. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, we do a number of different challenges for our young people. One of those challenges was a career challenge where we asked them to kind of get ready for what it is like to be at a networking event. And so we kind of made like little mock business cards for young folks, and they would go around and talk to industry professionals, ask them a few questions, and the goal was to secure an internship for their 11th grade year. And so they wanted to talk to different people from different career paths to kind of see what it is that they do on a regular basis and get that experience of how to ask questions of folks.
So what are some of the 3 things that make South Bronx Community Charter School special and set it apart from any other school in the community and in the country in general?
So I think one is from an academic standpoint, we focus on culturally responsive education at the intersection of competency-based education. So again, we are looking at how can we develop skills that young people need for college and career success, while also making sure that the curriculum provided to them is aligned to their lived experiences. We always want our students to see themselves in the curriculum. They want to be able to not have to ask that question, why are we learning this? And they can think about what are the tools that they need in order to lead the communities that they are a part of. I think in addition to that, we're a project-based school. And so again, we want to make sure that learning isn't just within the 4 walls of our school, that students have experiences outside in the community, that they get to engage with different partners, that they get to experience learning and get to share their learning with folks outside of their peers and their parents. And I think third, what sets us apart is our staffing model. One of the things that we really focus on is not just trying to make sure that young people have academic success, but they also have that social emotional support. And so our team collectively brings different expertise, and they cross-train each other so that they can get better in both of those different areas.
Yes, it's absolutely true with, when they go off to the workforce and having that preparation to handle the stress management and everything that comes with that. So it's great that students are getting that support here at the school.
Thank you.
I'm now joined by Natalie Farrell, Youth Development Director. Natalie, can you tell us the 3 things that make South Bronx Community Charter School special and set it apart from other schools in the community and the country in general?
Sure. So one of the things that I think is really special about SBC, and I don't actually know of any other school that does this, is our Rites of Passage program. So our Rites of Passage program is like a brotherhood, sisterhood. It's a leadership program for young people, and they are really building social emotional skills, leadership skills throughout their 4 years with us. And there are different milestones that they go through at each stage. So our freshmen do an overnight camping trip where they're really thinking about how do we bond together as young people. Their sophomore year, they're doing an overnight college experience where they're going and seeing college Black and Latinx fraternities and sororities, getting a feel for the campus, getting a feel for different majors, and then sort of the capstone of that is our international service learning experience. It's really important for us to really push our students in a lot of different ways, and one of those ways is to really get them out of their comfort zones and to be in a totally different environment before they go off to college and career. And so our first year we went to Costa Rica. Students were in the jungle, building. They were staying with host families, and they were doing a lot of really interesting stuff that really pushed them. And it's something that they've an experience that they talk about. It's an experience that I think they're able to really refer back to in their college applications, and something that really sort of bonds us together as a community.
Yeah, and it sounds like a great opportunity for students to also connect with each other and kind of start that networking stage that they need to do in order to be, successful in college and just life in general.
Absolutely. And then I think another thing I want to talk about that I think is really a distinguishing feature for us, so student voice is something that's really important to us. We want students to feel empowered as a part of our community, and so in as many ways as possible, we try and make sure that their voices are a part of our processes. One of the ways that that's really tangible is through our selective programming. So students have the opportunity to choose from somewhere between 18 and 24 different classes, both on the creative and active side. So we have things like yoga and photography. We've had students do music production. There are a lot of different opportunities for students to explore their passions, and it's also a place where we have our staff bring their passions into the space to share with students. So that's something that we feel like is really special. Those are short classes. They get to take a couple of different classes throughout the year, and it's a way for them to really explore their interests and their passions as they're learning, what am I into? What do I like to do? What do I see myself doing in the future?
Yeah. I'm joined by Rosario Rodriguez, Senior Operations Coordinator. Rosario, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So I want to ask you about the location of the school and where parents can go online to learn more information about South Bronx Community Charter School.
Okay, so we are currently, as of July 2021, at the current location, 730 West Concourse Village West. But we're extremely excited. We are in the middle of constructing a brand new building, and that location will be at 1110 Washington Avenue.
Awesome. And where can parents go online to learn more information about the school?
They can definitely go onto our website, which is www.southbronxcommunity.org, and there's a link that will take you directly to our the application process.
Perfect. And can you tell us a little bit about your experience working here at the school and maybe some highlights of the drives of the staff and the experience with the students and just the community in general?
So my experience as of, it's going to be a year starting next month, so I've been on board for a year. The community here with the staff is amazing. It was an easy transition. I came from another school, and so working here, it's like a family. So you come in, and it was just such an easy transition. And what drives us is the kids. It's definitely the kids. We do what we do, and we do it with passion. We do it with love, and I feel that the staff here are very driven, and everything that they do is with just so much love towards everything that they do and so much energy. So yeah, I definitely think the energy and the staff and the community is just absolutely amazing.
That's incredible. So to close it off, can you tell us a little bit about the closing circle and what that entails?
Oh, it's amazing. So we often know that kids are not always going to be, or students are not always going to be in the best of the mood. So we end and we start the day off with something called the closing circle. And so it's an opportunity for students to gather together. We have student-led activities, and we end it with affirmations and positivity, so that when kids leave here, they have that sense of positivity and they leave in a greater mood.
Awesome. It sounds like such an incredible school to be at.
It is.
And you can also learn more about South Bronx Community Charter School at Schola.com. So thank you so much, Rosario, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.